Hello everybody, welcome back to Wolfeei. Today we're going to be talking about what if Fulham joined MCC. My friend Lewis is a speedrunner and streamer and YouTuber who actually is a pretty highly requested player to join MCC. He ranks in the same type of frequently mentioned newcomers as myself, Curry, Feinberg, etc. And he is an HVG member, so fitting that, you know, he is highly requested. I think people just really want to see House Builder Gang get added more to MCC. Either way, before we get into this, I did a podcast that Lewis also was on, but I did a podcast talking about Minecraft events. If you are interested in Minecraft events, this is a 2-hour long video, of which most is talking about Minecraft events. Mainly MCC, Blockers, and Orbits talked about Mayhem as well. But yeah, check it out if you want to watch it. Only watch it though if you are like actually interested. Don't just watch it because I'm in it, because you won't really probably find anything of interest. And yes, I did almost watch the entire thing because it's a topic I'm interested in, and it's fun hearing myself talk about it back because I completely forgot what I said. Either way, back to Lewis Fulham. This is his Twitter, if you want to follow him, Fulham YT. He's a streamer mainly, at least that's how I view Lewis. Mainly a streamer. This is a VOD from whenever this stream was, 2 days ago. Yeah, like I said, he's a House Builder Gang member. He's speedran things before, like fundy difficulty stuff. I know is something he's done a lot. He does just normal speedrunning quite a lot as well. Either way, moving on to MCC related stuff, he ranks 11th on the thing that we've been using, saying Lewis was a guest caster from MCC Twitch Rivals and is a good pick to represent the speedrunning community if they don't want someone busted like Fine or Silver. That is very true. Lewis is still a very good player though, don't underestimate him. Yes, he hasn't had the strongest track record in Block Wars. I know he's not done the hottest in Block Wars, but Lewis still is mechanically quite skilled and is very much capable of having like an incredible performance where he could get top 10. I don't think he'd be a top 5 player, but he could get top 10. And that's scary, you know, that's still a very valuable player to have on a team. Very much the definition in MCC of a second frag. So yeah, I mean, in terms of what you said, that's pretty accurate. And then the people linked with, say, CPK, Fruit, Tapple, Puns, Pizza Hut, Cuppan, Falls, Kara, Jojo, Shadoon, with other being HG members, Ashwag, Akko, Kyle F. Yeah, this seems about right to me. Moving on next, Block Wars. I completely forgot to go to his stats page, but he did play in Block Wars 9, so we're just going to go there right now. His event rank average is 18th, having gotten to bridges 3 times and won twice. Most recent time he won was the most recent time he played. In terms of stats, his best stat is construction, which seems to be a relatively common thing in House Builder Gang. For the rest, he excels at movement. PvP seems to not be his strong suit, and that is relatively accurate. I don't actually, he was a Hoplite player. I don't know if he still plays Hoplite, but he was actively playing Hoplite when it first came out. So maybe his PvP has sharpened ever so slightly since. But yeah, mainly he seems to be a movement Andy rather than a PvPer. And then I also completely forgot to go look at a page here, but let's just pick the first speedrunner I could find, which would be Puns, I guess. Puns. Nah, I gotta go for Harvey. Harvey, I think, is a more accurate person to compare Lewis to if you take out all the PvP. I think in terms of games, it would be the same thing as Block Wars. I think the movement ones are probably the ones that he would excel at. I think Rocket Sleeve could be maybe a bit rough. I don't think he does much Elytra related gameplay. Hole in the Wall, I think he could be decently okay at. I mean, it's something that you can train, and Lewis is very much a grinder, so he will, you know, he will make sure to put his effort into participating in MCC if he were to get the chance to play. I think, yeah, PvP wouldn't be his strong suit. I think SOT he could do okay at, but it's a learning curve still. Buildmar would be alright. Meltdown would be not great, I think. Gridirons, I think it'd be alright. I just honestly think Lewis would be an all-rounder, somewhat. I don't think he necessarily will, like, super strongly excel in anything, but I also don't think he will be, like, genuinely awful at anything. I think it would just be, like, pretty mid around the table with a couple things that he will do, like, above average at. where I think he would end up being in the range of 15 to 20 comfortably, and potential to reach into the top 10. And that leaves us with the final part, which is the teams. This is the set of teams I made to follow for Lewis. Red team is like the team I would assume he would join with, or not necessarily like the three like most connected people to Lewis, but Callum obviously should be on his first team. Ollie probably should be on his first team too. That trio just makes sense. Jack Manifold I think makes for a very nice fourth on that team, depending on if if he would play. But yeah, that red team I think is like kind of perfect for Lewis's first event, depending on the balancing, obviously. There's only 3 people included on this roster that Lewis doesn't know, at least to my knowledge. Orange team with Owen, Scott, and Jimmy. It's kind of the classic that I try to do for every single team here, where Jimmy, I think Lewis might not know. Maybe they're familiar with each other, but from what I could tell, they don't know each other. Yellow team is the H-Bomb Hermit team that I've already used a couple of times. Lime team is like one of the more unique spins, I guess, in terms of the other people that we've like done the videos for, considering SB and Minimuko are involved. They're like, UK-based creators who sometimes play in MCC, so they could be pretty good. Green team, I'll be honest, a little bit silly for me because Lewis isn't really family-friendly, so I don't know if him and Jordan would mesh super well. At least, I mean, he would swear. In terms of personality, I think they would be fine. And I mean, Jojo and Kara are common friends, so I think they'd be chilling. Cyan team, Shane, also someone who would make a lot of sense for Lewis to be paired with. I think Becky and Michaela just make for a fun combo there. Aqua team, I think Pete's someone that people would really like to see Lewis be paired with as well. I think Eric and Michael make for a fun combo there as well. Blue team is, I think, potentially one of the first Hermit teams, or maybe the first Hermit team that actually, or not Hermit, sorry, Simmer team. The first Simmer team where the person we're doing newcomers from actually knows both the Simmers on the team, or all the Simmers, depending on, whatever. I thought Fruit was just a fun person to put here as the fourth, but yeah, that's the Simmer team. Purple team is a bit more experimental team. It's like Hypixel coded, pretty much. And then a pink team is the non-canon extreme version, where I wanted to try something different, and I think this would work, with Jacksepticeye being the non-canon like interesting player on this team. I think that would actually be a very fun team. It'd be a very interesting combination, and I don't think Lewis and Jacksepticeye is like a common combination that people think of. So I think it'd be interesting. Either way. Also, in the white tier below is all the people remaining that I could see, or from what I could tell, know Lewis. So I'm sure there's more. I am sure I missed some people, but either way. Conclusion time. What if Fulham joined MCC? Should Lewis be added to MCC? I think Lewis would make for a good ad. I don't think Lewis is necessarily the best ad, but he is by far away from being the worst ad. I think he definitely would rank top 15 in my book of people to add to MCC. He's a well-known person in the event scene, at least nowadays. He's actually a requested player. I mean, he ranked 11th according to this thing, and this is just their personal opinion, where I think some people will rank Lewis higher. So I think Lewis would actually make for a very fun addition to the event. Pretty decently well connected, and not like a super big concern in terms of balancing. Yeah, I think he has big pop-off potential, and he will for sure train if he were to be invited. At least if given the opportunity to train, he will train. But I don't think that should get in the way of him getting a chance to play. I think he'd actually make for a good addition, a very fun addition, and a fresh addition, especially being a new HOG member. So conclusion on the conclusion, yes, Lewis should be added to MCC, but not immediately. That is my take. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think, and yeah, shout out Lewis. Alright, goodbye.